So this year we decided to go with the new XTENDFLEX line of beans Eagleseed came out with. What's really nice about it, it offers you 3 different herbicides you can use on it, either dicamba, Liberty, or Roundup for herbicide control, which I think is a big bonus. The other thing, it's a forage bean, but it's not a tall forage bean, so it gets around 4.5 feet. We're going to plant 2 different types of it, the 4120 and the 4875. Plant them side by side so we can kind of watch them and see how they do early season for, for forage, and then late season to see what kind of pods come on them. So that's kind of what we really like to do, to compare these, to kind of fine tune what we're doing each year, but I guarantee both of them are going to do real well.
It's September 10th, and I'm out here in our Eagleseed XTENDFLEX 4120 plot. We planted this on May 11th, so tomorrow will be 4 months to the day from when we put these seeds in the ground, and I'm blown away with the outcome we have here. This particular blend will grow to be about 4 foot tall. These ones only made it to about 3.5, and I feel like that's perfect for bow hunting, which is what we obviously do. I've tried beans, forage beans that grow really tall, and that's great for early season purposes, but you can only catch those deer going in and out. It's hard to shoot deer that are actually in the beans feeding when they're that tall. So at 3.5 foot, I feel like this is perfect. We'll be able to slip an arrow in there if a deer's feeding, or obviously catch them going in and out. But not only early season is that gonna be good, but look at the pods that these things put on. For late season purposes, I feel like these beans are gonna be great. This thing's just loaded with pods. This is just one plant, by the way. So we planted these very thick. We kind of double rowed them so they would suppress the weeds. We did spray herbicide once, but our idea of suppressing weeds was just to plant them thick, and maybe that's why they didn't quite make it to 4 foot tall. But like I said, I'm glad they're not quite that tall. I'm excited. I'm gonna take the fence down today. We fenced them off just for the sheer fact that this is only about an 1.5 acre plot, and if we hadn't, the deer would just hammer them. And even some deer have gotten in here, and there's a little bit of browse pressure. But with our season in Missouri opening in 5 days, I feel like taking the fence down now ought to get them to flood in here, just because these beans are so loaded up with forage. Another reason was I was looking in the woods, and there in the timber, a lot of the forage on the floor is starting to go dormant a little bit. We haven't had rain in about 2.5 weeks. We've had really hot temperatures, and then stuff's starting to go dormant also just because fall's setting in. So with that forage starting to go dormant, these beans being really green, I feel like the deer should flood in here after I take this fence down. And lucky for me, there's a perfect tree right there on the corner of this plot where they tend to come in here. So this is the XTENDFLEX from Eagleseed 4120 blend. They have I think 4 different blends in the XTENDFLEX. This one, just reading the descriptions on their website, I felt like was going to fit our needs perfect. So that was the reason that my dad and I planted these here. So I'm gonna start working on getting this fence down, and probably be in the tree here in about 5 days, just right there.